Hello guys, Apple Times here, welcome to a new video, and today we're gonna be talking rumors of the iPhone 16 and 16 Pro. Okay, so of course, I don't need to say this, but take this with a grain of salt. We're in February, iPhones aren't due until September. All that I say today might become true, might not become true. Apple even might be working on it right now, but they might decide to scrap it before the release. So do take this with a grain of salt. But in this video, I'm gonna share everything that we know so far about the iPhone 16. And we will start with those things that apply to both the normal 16 models and the 16 Pro models. So first of all, it's battery life. And I know this is what might interest even most of you, because battery life is one of the biggest issues with iPhones, like with any phone to be real. But we might see increases in every single model's battery life. These increases are expected to be in between 6 and 5% capacity in every single model. However, this is just raw capacity. There might be even more technologies on the side and optimizations to make the battery life last even longer. One of those new technologies might be stacked batteries. For the first time, Apple might be including these, which are more efficient and last longer. Then is a better Wi-Fi chip. We might see a Wi-Fi 7 chip across all models. So this is of course great for future-proofing. However, this is something that probably your ISP will still take a few years to catch up on. It's good to know that they will be very future-proof in 2-3 years whenever ISPs start rolling out this technology. Another new change is new chipsets, and yes, you might be noticing that I'm including this in the section of changes that affect to all models, because Apple seems to be planning on going back to making all the new iPhones with the same chip. You know that iPhones 14 and 15 lineup, the Pro models had the new chip, whereas the old ones still had the chip from the previous generation. Apparently, Apple is gonna scrap this strategy and start again including the new chip in all the models. As for the chip itself, it will be the A18 chip. We don't know exactly if it will be called Pro, because of course the non-Pro models will also have it, but what we do know is that it will have an improved neural engine that will enable exclusive AI capabilities. You know, of course, that Apple is working on a lot of AI features for iOS 18, however, this is something for another video. But beside all those features, some of them will work better on these devices, but the iPhone 16 lineup might be getting some exclusive AI features thanks to this new A18 chip. Then we might see other minor changes such as an improved thermal design, better microphones, and an improved and more modern 5G modem by Qualcomm. This 5G modem of course will be more efficient, also allowing the battery to last longer. Then let's go with those rumors that will affect the iPhone 16 and 16 Plus. So as it's now a tradition, they will be borrowing a few things that we saw in the Pro models in the iPhone 15 lineup. One of those things of course is the action button that will be making its way down to the non-Pro models. Then, for the first time since the iPhone 13, we will be seeing a new design in the camera lenses. This design will make it more reminiscent of the iPhone 12 in the way that they're stacked one on top of another instead of diagonally, and that change of having them stacked vertically actually has a reason. And that reason is to be able, of course, to record spatial video for the Vision Pro, like the iPhone 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max can nowadays. And actually, this might be it for the iPhone 16 and 16 Plus. As you can see, it will be getting these last few improvements that we talked about in this section, and all the improvements that are coming to all the models that we talked about in the previous section. So it will actually be a considerable update. But what will be an even better upgrade, of course, is the iPhone 16 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro Max. Besides all the things that we talked about earlier affecting all the models, these new iPhones will be getting a few other updates, starting also with a new design for the lenses. Now, this new design is a bit controversial. We had this leak show up that talked about an option that doesn't really appeal to everyone. I do like it actually personally. I think it's differencing enough, and it might be because Apple likes doing that stuff. But we only have to wait and see until September to see eventually what it ends up becoming. But that's not the only design change, as the Pro Max and Pro models might be getting slightly bigger screens. So the iPhone 16 Pro will be going up from 6.1 inch, that's the current model, to 6.27 inches, so slightly bigger. And the iPhone 16 Pro Max will be going up from 6.7 inches to 6.86 inches. Now this of course is a super minor change, so the overall size of the device will barely change. However, it does seem weird that they didn't make this change last year, because last year they reduced the bezels of the Pro models and it would have made sense to make the screen a tiny bit larger in order to make it the same size as older iPhones like the 13 and 14 Pro Max. But that didn't happen and it will be happening this year, and yeah, probably the size will be very similar to our iPhone 13 Pro Max or 14 Pro Max. Then we have more camera changes, this time coming to the wide-angle lens on the Pro models. And you know, it was with the iPhone 14 Pro that the main camera got a 48 megapixel sensor. This time it will be turned for the wide-angle camera. This higher resolution sensor of course will allow you to capture better resolution images in which you will be able to zoom in and all of that. And you know that Apple included an extra focal length on the iPhone 14 Pro thanks to that 48 megapixels. It might be the same case for this wide angle, as cropping this wide angle sensor might give you maybe 14 or 16 millimeter focal length. Then this is a bit of a more sketchy rumor, but it seems like the 16 Pro Max might be getting a super tele lens. So this might be a lens that's up to 300 millimeters. Now, of course, you know that Apple did great improvements in the zoom lens for the iPhone 15 Pro Max, making it a periscope lens, and that allows you to go up to 120 millimeters this time. This, however, I don't think will be happening this year. I think it will happen next year with the iPhone 17 Pro Max, when the tele camera and sensor goes to 48 megapixels. As I said, they could use this cropping in order to get even further distances. And then this 5x zoom that I talked about earlier that debuted with the iPhone 15 Pro Max will apparently be making its way down to the iPhone 15 Pro. This will be great, of course, because you will be getting the same camera characteristics in the Pro Max and the Pro model, so the only thing that you will have to consider when deciding between one and another will be the size. Unless, of course, they do go with the 300mm lens for the Pro Max model. Another change affecting these models will be an increase in charging speeds. Apparently these models might support up to 40 watt wired charging, which is up from 27 right now, and it will support 20 watt MagSafe charging, which is up from 15 right now. Now this is of course thanks to the Qi 2 standard that has started rolling out that makes it very similar to MagSafe. However, it's still unknown whether it will be compatible with the already released MagSafe chargers, such as this one, or it will require new hardware from Apple. Then we will of course be seeing new colors across both devices. There's already a couple rumors on a couple new colors that we will be seeing for the Pro iPhones. And there's also increased storage, as the Pro models are rumored to go all the way up to 2 terabytes. How expensive is that gonna be? But yeah, that was everything that we know so far about the iPhone 16, 16 Plus, 16 Pro and 16 Pro Max. Again, the expected release date is September, probably around the 20th of September you will be able to purchase these new iPhones. I'm planning to get the 16 Pro Max and will definitely be testing out. I will do the unboxing, I will do the review, so if you don't want to miss it, subscribe down below. Also, I do post a lot of Apple content such as these rumor videos, actual news, reviews, comparisons, all of that. So if you don't want to miss them, subscribe. Also, if you like this video and found it helpful, please thumbs up. And if you have any questions about this, let me know in the comments below, as yeah, rumors might be evolving. If you're watching this video about a month after I published it, for sure there will be new rumors or things that I talked about in this video that are no longer rumored. So I will try to keep you updated in the comments below. But yeah, thank you very much for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.